What would be the best mirrorless camera combo? Let's talk a little bit about this topic. Hello YouTubers, my name is Attila Mathe from Blue Sky Photography, and today I'd like to talk to you about mirrorless cameras and the excitement, that was on in 2016 in the mirrorless camera market. Now I have to tell you that I was positively surprised with the mirrorless cameras in 2016, because there were some announcements and there are some cameras at the moment on the market which in my opinion they are very, very good. And I think that it's a big surprise, that mirrorless cameras are going in the direction which they are going. So the best lightweight camera combo in my opinion, and I have to emphasize this before some fanboys will attack me, that this is my opinion, and my opinion is based on my experience with cameras and mirrorless cameras and DSLRs. I was in the lucky situation that I could use a lot of kind of cameras in the past, and even at the moment I use three camera brands, and I can say that I have plenty of experience with cameras. So my opinion is based and formed based on my experience with all kind of camera brands, In the same time, this opinion is formed by taking in consideration several important aspects, like the gear should be lightweight. I mean, the cameras we are talking about should be lightweight. The gear should be excellent for photography and videography, image quality wise, and also not only image quality wise, in videography there are many other aspects which are important, when we are talking about video. Lens selection as big as possible. Let's not forget about this, because many people have the tendency to forget about the importance of the lens selection, but it's very important. Many variations as possible. Gear is good enough to do almost any kind of job. Now this is again very important. If you choose to buy a camera combo, let's say two cameras, because if you want to go a professional photographer, you should have at least two camera bodies. And if you choose a camera combo, you have to be able to do any kind of job in almost any kind of situation. Gear should be rugged, weather-sealed construction. That's true. Should be easy enough to buy accessories for it. Again, it's true, because if you want to buy some accessories, you don't want to mess around and try to find something, Should not be extremely expensive. Again, something, what is very important, because it's not only about the cameras, it's about the lenses and accessories, and you can end up paying a lot of money for it, Now, in my opinion, the two cameras that I would buy for these camera combos, and maybe some people will be a little bit shocked when I say this, but I have to say that I thought several times and I thought very deeply before I formed my opinion. And these two cameras would be the Olympus EM-1 Mark II and the Panasonic GH5. Now, maybe you would ask, why would you use two brands? Why you wouldn't use just one brand and that's it? And I will explain to you why. Because in my opinion, the Olympus EM-1 Mark II in the mirrorless camera world is one of the best cameras, image quality wise and capability wise, in the still photography area. The Panasonic GH5 is the best mirrorless camera of 2016. Well, that is already 2017, because it will be released in Europe in 2017. But it is the best camera in 2017, early 2017, video wise. And period. There is no better video camera than the Panasonic GH5 in this price range. Let's not forget that we are talking about 2,000 euro price range. We are not talking about the Sony A7R Mark II, which is 3,500 euro. So you almost can buy the two of the cameras with the price of the Sony A7R Mark II. We are talking about keeping the price low as possible, but in the same time to get the best gear for photography and for videography. Now, I have to tell you that I don't want to get into very much details in both of the cameras, like the Olympus EM-1 Mark II and the Panasonic GH5, because the video will be too long. But I will say some main and most important aspects of both of the cameras. Now, although I was hesitating a little bit between the Fujifilm X-T2 and the Olympus EM-1 Mark II, photography-wise I'm talking about, I choose the Olympus EM-1 Mark II because it shares the lens selection with the Panasonic. Now, this is the beauty of the Micro Four Thirds system. If you have a Micro Four Thirds camera, you can use a Panasonic lens on it, you can use an Olympus lens on it, you can use a Sigma lens or Tamron lens, you know, made for Micro Four Thirds, and you are okay, good to go. This makes the Micro Four Thirds system bigger, I mean lens selection wise, than the Fuji and the Sony. Because the Sony and the Fuji, they don't have as many lenses as many they have the Panasonic and the Olympus together. Because Olympus and Panasonic, when we combine the lens selection, they will have a big lens selection. And you will have to choose, you will have possibilities, you know, plenty of possibilities to choose whatever lens would you like. And I have to tell you that the lenses from Olympus and Panasonic, they are not cheap, but in the same time they are excellent lenses and very capable lenses. And not very expensive as well. It's kind of in the middle, you know. So why did I choose the Olympus EM-1 Mark II for photography? Because the Olympus EM-1 Mark II has dual SD card slots, has 1/250th of a second flash sync speed, has 1/8000th of a second mechanical shutter, and it has 1/32,000th of a second electronic shutter. And again, I mentioned before the dual SD card slots. Maybe many photographers will say that is not important, blah blah blah. Look, it is very important, and I will make a video just in a few days about the failure of an SD card, which it happened with me just recently. And I was using my Panasonic FZ2000 for video work, and I lost all my footage. So I will make this video, and if you want to see that, please subscribe and not to miss that video. But you will see what I'm talking about. It is damn important, dual SD card slot. And both of the cameras will have dual SD card slot. Olympus EM-1 Mark II and Panasonic GH5. Again, it has a high resolution photo mode. Now in photography, it's very, very important to get excellent image quality. And with the Olympus, with the high resolution photo mode, you get around 80 megapixel, roughly 80 megapixel images. Now, why did I choose the GH5 for video? Because the GH5 has some very, very strong advantages, actually unique advantages in the video side, which on many other cameras cannot do that. And first and the biggest is there is no recording limit on the camera. I mean, that's I know I used to use a DSLR for video, and I know how it is how annoying it is when at 29 minutes the camera will stop and you will speak in continue, and then you just have to go and turn again, you know, turn on the camera again. It's very annoying. Now Panasonic has no recording limit. Panasonic decided to go down this path, you know, and they design their cameras more like video oriented. Like the FZ2000 doesn't have recording limit as well. And that's excellent. So that's the first, doesn't have recording limit. The second, we all know that 4K video, it's a kind of a big bite, you know, to the camera companies. And many of the camera brands, you know, they will suffocate with the 4K. Let's call it suffocate, you know, they are crippling, you know, with the 4K. And I don't want to make angry any fanboy over here, but we all know that Panasonic is the best when we are talking about 4K. Now, maybe they are the oldest one in the 4K market, you know, they started earlier the 4K, but and they are talking about 6K already. You can see in the Panasonic GH5 that we are talking about 6K. So they are much more in advanced situation that other camera brands like Fuji or Olympus or Sony or even Nikon, you know, or Canon. So I think that the GH5 has some very, very severe video advantages over the other cameras. I don't want to talk again here specifically, you know, because it will be too long. But I can tell you that there are some advantages like the 4.2.2 10-bit video recording, you know, and some flat profiles and all these kind of things, you know, which are in the other cameras are kind of missing. Now, again, you have to, I have to emphasize this very, very much, that these two cameras I choose based on the price point. So we are talking about 2,000 euro price body only. So I think that these cameras are the best in this price point. And I also took in consideration the size of the camera, the weight of the camera, and all this, you know, because if we are not talking about size and weight, we could put in the photo section, we could put a DSLR. But I wanted to keep as light as possible and as small as possible the gear. And if we talk about this, then the DSLRs, unfortunately, they fall out because they are a little bit bigger and heavier than the mirrorless. So in between the mirrorless cameras, these two are the cameras which one I would purchase for that money, you know. I think that it is very, very important to realize that which camera gives you the best image quality for the best price. And this is what I'm talking about here. So I hope that this video will be helpful to you guys, and if I forgot something, or if you think that I missed something, please don't hesitate and leave a comment down below and share your opinion, and we will discuss it in a professional manner. If you have some questions in regards to these two cameras, I have a preview of these cameras, you know, just in my channel. If you search around, you can see where I discuss all the advantages and disadvantages of the systems, both of the cameras. And you can see in those videos all the details, because if I would discuss it in this video, this video would be too long. So I hope that you like this video. If you like it, please like and subscribe and share my videos. Other than that, I wish you a nice day, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care, guys.